So the weird thing about the NFL in 2014, there weren't any surprise teams, not one. Maybe, were the Bills a surprise team? They didn't make the playoffs.
Not just 2014, 2013 also, recent history. Jacksonville, Oakland, Cleveland, all these bad teams stink every year. New England, Seattle, all the good teams go over their posted season win totals.
Well, of course, that has everything to do with what we're going to talk about right now here on pregame.tv. Teddy Covers, Steve Fezzik, and we're talking buy or sell. Fez, first-round NFL quarterbacks. You say no go. You're a seller on the concept.
Sell, sell, sell. Find some sucker that desperately wants to move up in the draft and pick up a whole bunch of draft picks. The New England Patriot way. It shocks me, Teddy. Everyone doesn't do what New England does, which is pick up those valuable draft picks. Don't go out on a limb for a quarterback. And you look at the recent history. Hey, Andrew Luck's been very good. That and a lot of heartache, Teddy. A whole lot of heartache.
You're so wrong on so many different fronts, but let's just start with this.
Really?
Let's talk about the 12 teams that make the playoffs last year, okay? Patriots, Broncos, Colts. Oh, those guys all have pretty good quarterbacks, don't they? Bengals, Steelers, Ravens. Oh, all those quarterbacks, with the exception of Dalton, drafted in the first round, okay? In the NFC, Lions, Packers. Oh, those guys had first-round draft choices in NFL quarterbacks. What do we have? Seahawks didn't. Arizona did. Dallas didn't. But the bottom line is the majority of the teams in the postseason last year, the majority, and every year, are teams with elite quarterbacks.
Back up the bus here. Wait. Oh, Arizona has a first-round draft pick. Who they didn't spend the first-round draft pick. They went ahead and got him from the Bengals when the Bengals jettisoned him out. Now, they had to give up a first-round pick.
Yeah, Carson Palmer's a first-round pick. I don't see what the argument is.
I am A-OK with making a trade to some dumb organization that's going to go ahead and take your first-round pick and getting an established quarterback. That's different.
That's different. Okay, these are the good quarterbacks in the NFL. Eli, Peyton, Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, Phillip Rivers. Okay, you have Carson Palmer, Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton, Matthew Stafford. You have Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Colin Kaepernick, Tony Romo, Drew Brees. There's the top 16. Would you agree with that?
Sure.
If you're not on that list, what are your chances of making the playoffs? Slim or none?
Tom Brady got picked in the first round?
Stop. If you're not on this list of the top 16 quarterbacks, your chances of making the playoffs range between slim and none. Would you agree?
I agree.
Of those quarterbacks, 11 of the 16 drafted in the first round. You have the occasional Tom Brady. You have the very, very occasional Tony Romo, who was an undrafted free agent. You got a couple of second-rounders in terms of the Colin Kaepernicks and the Drew Breeses of the world. But by and large, the elite quarterbacks get taken early. Now, you're a guy that's always talking about you want to pick into a group with 60 white marbles and 40 black marbles. The quarterback world doesn't go that way, okay? But if you have a chance at grabbing an elite quarterback, and no one's saying that Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota are elite, yes, but they have that potential. Both those guys have the potential. If you have a chance to draft an elite guy, you're an idiot not to take it. No way on earth you can trade away those draft choices.
Screw potential. Forget that. No, all you need to do, you mentioned some of these teams, get yourself a good quarterback. Do what Denver did. They get Manning for a couple of years. Go ahead and take him away from Indianapolis. That's the way to contention. You look at all these crappy teams. You're like, oh, all these playoff teams have good quarterbacks. Well, guess what? All these crappy teams, they don't have a quarterback. There just aren't enough of these quarterbacks to go around. Yes, Andrew Luck's great. Everyone knew he would be great, you know? So it's an easy thing to take the best quarterback. You start doing the Christian Ponders, the Jake Lockers, the Blaine Gabberts, the Blake Bortles. Good luck with that.
Sure, but you have a choice, okay? You can go into a season, you can pay $10 million and grab a Ryan Fitzpatrick or Luke McCown, because that's what's available in free agency. Nothing, okay? Absolutely nothing. No quarterback who's ever going to win you a playoff game, no quarterback who's likely to ever get you into the playoffs. Or you can roll the dice, take a crapshoot, and maybe you flame out and get a Blaine Gabbert, but you know what? Maybe you don't. You have a choice between no hope and some hope. I say you have to take some hope. It's not even close.
I say I'm going to trade my number 3 pick and forget about Blake Bortles, and I'll pick up a Tony Romo look-alike or someone equivalent.
How many guys like that are there?
I'll pick up an Andy Dalton. I will pick up a John Kitna over these stiffs from college, where I basically all these teams. The reason they stink year after year is the Oaklands, the Jacksonvilles, the Tampas. They're always trying to get a quarterback. There are one or two elite quarterbacks every couple of years. Everyone else, sell, sell, sell.
Interesting discussion. Fez says sell those first-round QBs, and I say buy right here on pregame.tv.
Hungry, I could go for some crab legs right now.